When you think about longevity, Japan often comes to mind, right? They have the most centenarians in the world. But it's not just about living longer, it's about living stronger. It's amazing. So many Japanese seniors have incredibly powerful legs, well into their 80s and beyond. So today, we're going to uncover this simple but super effective method they use to do it.
But first, we need to talk about something pretty important. There's this huge gap in mobility between seniors in Japan and those in Western countries. And it's a gap that seriously impacts your quality of life as you get older.
Okay, so get this. Data from the World Health Organization shows a really concerning trend in the West. Most of us start losing significant leg strength after we hit 50. And this isn't just a small thing. We're talking about it getting harder to do everyday stuff, like getting out of a chair or climbing stairs. It also leads to a much higher risk of falls, which, as you know, is a huge threat to our independence.
So that begs the question, right? How in the world do Japanese seniors seem to defy this trend? Is it just good genes, or is there something specific they're doing, something we can all learn from? Let's find out.
Well, the answer isn't some kind of magic. It's actually a specific, really powerful method that's built on simple, consistent habits. And the best part is, anyone can adopt these habits to build and keep their leg strength for life. I love this idea. It's not about genetics, it's about a system that you can actually follow. The power to make this change is totally in your hands. Okay, let's get into the good stuff, the exercises themselves. We're going to start with 3 foundational moves that will build a seriously powerful base for your lower body. First up is the resting squat. Now, in Japan, this deep squat is a totally normal way to rest, unlike in the West where we're always looking for a chair. It's incredibly efficient because it works your quads, hamstrings, glutes, and core all at the same time. A study from the University of Tokyo actually found that folks over 70 who did this regularly had the leg strength of people in their 20s. Can you believe that? The strength of a 20-something? And here's how you can do it safely. Just stand with your feet about shoulder width apart and slowly lower yourself down. The big key here is to keep your heels flat on the ground. If you're just starting out, no problem. Just hold onto a sturdy chair or table for about 20 seconds. Your goal is to gradually work up to 2 or 3 minutes without any support, and try to do it a few times throughout the day. Okay, next up is the horse stance, or Kiba Dachi, which comes from Japanese martial arts. This is an isometric exercise. That just means you build strength by holding one position, so you're contracting your muscles without moving your joints. It's an awesome way to strengthen your thighs, hips, and core without any impact. One study even showed a 24% increase in leg strength after just 12 weeks of practicing this. So how do you do it? Stand with your feet a little wider than your shoulders, then bend your knees like you're about to sit in an invisible chair. Make sure to keep your back straight. When you start, just hold it for 10-15 seconds. Eventually, you want to aim for holding it up to 90 seconds. Our third foundational exercise is the wall squat. Honestly, this is one of the safest ways you can build leg strength, especially after 60, because the wall gives you complete back support. Studies have shown that after just 8 weeks of doing these, people found it way easier to climb stairs. The form here is super simple. Just lean your back flat against a wall, put your feet about a foot out in front of you, and then slide down until your knees make a 90-degree angle. Start by holding for about 15 seconds and see if you can work your way up to a full minute. So let's just do a quick recap of those first 3. The resting squat is amazing for your overall functional strength. The horse stance builds some serious endurance without any impact on your joints, and the wall squat is probably the safest starting point if you just want to build pure quad strength. You can pick whichever one feels best for you to start with. So strength is one huge piece of the puzzle. But now we need to talk about balance and mobility. These are absolutely crucial for preventing falls and just feeling confident when you're on your feet. All right, this next one might be the simplest, but also one of the most effective exercises you can possibly do, standing on one leg. It forces all those little stabilizing muscles in your ankles, knees, and your core to wake up and get to work. And the best part? You can literally do it anywhere, while you're brushing your teeth, waiting for the coffee to brew, standing in line at the store. And the impact of this tiny habit is, well, it's massive. A 10-year study found that seniors who practice daily balance exercises reduce their falls by 40%, and get this, their hip fractures by a staggering 60%. That's huge. To do it, just stand near a wall or a counter for support, shift your weight onto one leg, and hold. Start with 10 seconds and just try to work your way up to a full minute on each leg. Next up, we have sampa walking. Think of it as mindful walking. This isn't about speed at all, it's about being aware. By walking incredibly slowly and really focusing on how your foot hits the ground, from your heel to your toe, you're actually retraining your brain for better balance and coordination while you move. Studies on adults over 65 have shown it improves circulation and leads to fewer falls. And here's all you have to do. Just walk about 4 to 5 times slower than you normally would. That's it. Really pay attention to the feeling of your heel, then your midfoot, then your toes connecting with the ground. Try it for just 3 minutes a day and take some nice deep breaths as you go. And finally, number 6, heel raises. Now, your calves are often called the second heart. Why? Because they play a huge role in pumping blood from your legs all the way back up to your heart. Having strong calves is absolutely essential for everyday mobility, like walking up a hill or climbing a flight of stairs. To do them properly, stand with your feet shoulder-width apart and rise up slowly onto your toes. Pause at the top for just a second or two and then lower back down with control. The key is not to rush it. Aim for 2 sets of 15 to start, and you can build from there. So when you put all these pieces together, you start to see a really clear path forward. A path to maintaining your independence and living a much more active and fulfilling life. When you start incorporating these simple habits into your daily routine, you're not just doing exercises. You're regaining real strength for daily tasks, you're improving your balance to prevent those dangerous falls, you're boosting your circulation, and most importantly, you're building confidence in your ability to move freely and safely. And that brings us right back to where we started, with this really powerful reminder. This is not some impossible goal that's out of reach. It is a proven method, and you have everything you need to start replicating it today. Because the real takeaway here isn't just about having stronger legs. It's about what those stronger legs empower you to do. It's about being able to play with your grandkids, go for long walks, travel, and just live life on your own terms. So I'll leave you with this question. What will you do with your newfound strength?
Building strength isn't about how much you can lift today, but how well you can move 20 years from now. If you're going to try this 5-minute Japanese ritual, drop a leg day in the comments so I can cheer you on.